Okay, this is my second time redoing this because I had my TV on in the background and I didn't realize how fucking distracting it was. Anyways, this is a movie review for American Mary, which came out in 2012, starring Catherine Isabel, who we all know as the great Ginger Fitzgerald from Ginger Snaps. One of my personal favorites. Actually, my favorite werewolf movie, in fact. Really love her as an actress. I think she's been on Supernatural too, or I don't know if I'm thinking of another actress, but I think she has been on there too. I really love her, by the way. She's really great. Canadians are awesome. um, I had just watched this movie really early this morning. I couldn't fall asleep, so I was on Netflix, and I had been recommended to watch this movie by people on Tumblr, and one of my old friends who I don't talk to anymore had recommended this to me, so here's my little review. I'm gonna try to be spoiler free. So, yeah. Um, American Mary is about a girl who's in school, I guess like medical school to be a surgeon, and her name's Mary, of course. And she ends up in debt with a lot of loans to pay off, and no one can help her. She's kind of on her own. She has family, but she lives by herself in like an apartment, and she pretty much does everything on her own. So like I said, she ends up in debt, and she doesn't really have much money. She gets laid off from her little job and whatnot. Okay, I'm giving too much details, and I said well, that's not really spoilers. Whatever. Yeah, she ends up in debt, so she tries to find a way to make quick cash. She puts like a post like on a Craigslist kind of website, like looking to make quick bucks. And she finds someone who's interested in her, and it's like a dance like strip club kind of place. So she goes there, and she's really like you can just feel how out of place she is there because she's so smart, and what she really does. She's a smart girl, and she's better than that. But anyway, she gives the guy her resume and whatnot, and he looks at it and he sees, oh wow, you got a lot of schooling. You're gonna be a surgeon. Wow, that's great. You must be really smart. So, she shows off herself a bit, not too much. That's one thing I liked about this movie, was it was kind of graphic, but it was not gory at all. At least to me, like, I've seen worse gory movies. Like, Maniac was pretty fucking gory. But anyways, that's for another review, another time, another day, or whatever. But and he's just like, yeah, okay. So something's going on at the strip club, and he's like, Mary, I need your help. Like, do you want to make money tonight, like cash? And she kind of has no choice. She doesn't really have money or anyone to help her, so she can't really refuse. So she goes through with it, and she does surgery. And it's really crazy because it's kind of like she wasn't really finished with school by the time she did her first surgery, so that's really interesting. So she's still in school and whatnot. Something bad happens to her with school, so I mean that kind of goes away after a while. Her whole schooling thing, you don't really see much of it in the rest of the movie because something terrible happens. I don't really want to say what. I think you should just watch it. It really pissed me off what happens to her, by the way. I got so fucking pissed, and I knew something wasn't right. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see. I got that many minutes. Sorry, first review, so I'm kind of nervous. Something bad happens to her, and then her word gets out of this. They call her Bloody Mary, this woman that does body modification surgeries. So that kind of gets out there, and more people start coming to her. She gets more customers and whatnot. Very, very interesting characters and customers, by the way. I think Beatrice was one of my favorites because she's really cartoon-like, and you'll find out what I'm talking about when you watch the movie. I really liked her a lot, and there's a lot of different characters, and it's really interesting. Like, this is one of the most unique horror films I've seen in quite some time. It didn't really do well by the critics, which I really don't get why. I don't understand why. I think it was great. Not really that gory. People kind of hyped this up a bit. Like, it was a little bit overrated, but I really, I did enjoy this movie. Let's see, what else? I think, I think you gotta go into this watching this movie with an open mind. You can't really just expect it to be, just don't overthink it. Just go with an open mind when you watch this movie, because trust me, you'll probably enjoy it more. The ending really kind of, really pissed me off, to be honest. I don't want to say why or what, but I got kind of upset about it. I didn't think that's the way it was gonna end. I think that's the only problem I have with this movie is the ending, because oh my god, I don't even want to give this away. Maybe I'll do like a review like with spoilers. I'm not really sure. But the ending was just kind of like, ugh, really, like, why do you do that to me? But I really do love the actress in here. Catherine Isabel's really beautiful, talented, and she's really good with the horror genre. Just something I noticed. I would like to see her in more horror films, and because I really love Ginger Snaps, and I did love American Mary. The music in here is kind of interesting. Like, there's a part where the owner of the strip club is daydreaming, and he's daydreaming about Mary, and daydreaming about her dancing on stage, even though she never really does, but for some reason, in his fucking daydream, she does, which is kind of funny. So there's that, but I really like the song in the background that's playing. I don't know who sings it, I don't know who the band is, but it's really, really trippy, the way he just kind of dazes off like that and has a really trippy song in the background. I really like this movie. I feel like it's really unique, like body modification surgeries, like, wow, you don't see much of that. I'm not really sure if I've seen much of that in other horror films. If you have and you want to comment and leave one, like a suggestion, you can do that. But this was one of the first ones I've seen with body modification, and to me it wasn't really scary. To me it was interesting as hell. Like, body modification is very interesting to me. Like, I have gauges, so this kind of caught my attention right away. But I really do recommend this movie. They do have it on Blu-ray from what I've seen. But if you just want to watch it, just to give it a quick watch and see if you even like it in the first place, it is on Netflix, so you can watch that and stream it and whatever, and do whatever the hell else you do. Yeah, I really liked this movie. I thought it was really great. I love Catherine Isabel, and I think the other actors and actresses were really great, especially the girl that plays Beatrice, because she's very animated. Like, that's all I can really say is that character is very animated, and you'll probably find out why. But yeah, give this a go and watch it. Maybe I watched it by myself for the first time this morning, so I don't know how it would have been if I had watched this with someone, how they would have, been like, what the hell, Kelly? Why are you making me watch this? It's fucking weird. So I would recommend you to watch this by yourself, because it's kind of one of those movies. And then later on you can watch it and show it to someone else, that's just my personal opinion. But I do recommend it. I think you should check it out. And, yeah. Go ahead and watch it on Netflix if you have a Netflix account. I might be doing more album and movie reviews. Not really sure yet. Because, there's a lot of albums I still haven't reviewed. Since, November that I planned to do and I never did. A lot more movie reviews, too. I had just watched Maniac with Elijah Wood, which apparently is a remake of an 80s kind of grindhouse movie, I guess, which I never knew about, and I'm a big 80s movie fan, so I might do a movie review about Maniac. I'm not really sure, because I had just watched it I want to say a week ago. I watched Maniac by myself late at night. I know, it's crazy. I really like that movie too. I might review it. Maybe I'll watch it again just to kind of refresh my memory, because there are parts I remember. That's a really hard movie to forget. But yeah, check out American Mary. You might like it, and if you don't, well, I guess you're like the critics and you just don't like it, and see what's the big deal with this movie. So yeah, check it out, I guess. Bye.